With Seattle Organic SEO and the Win I Lead Properties. Here today to show you another solution to some of the problems that we face on Google My Business. So one issue that's been popping up, we've noticed recently, is that sometimes when you get permissions or you're invited to manage an account, there are times where it's a little bit challenging. So, for example, here is an invite where we got a nice little invitation from one of our friendly business owners. And when you click on the accept invitation, typically a screen comes up and it says basically accept invitation. So you can see that I actually already accepted the invitation, and so it actually changed the screen. But a lot of times it'll just say accept invitation. And what I noticed was when after I accepted it, funny enough, when I was in my main account, I actually was looking up the account, and I was typing in permutations that would hopefully show it. And here you can see I can see it, but funny enough, I was not able to see it historically, and so or it was not that day. And when I was searching for it, it just wasn't showing up. So I was wondering, what can I do? And so there was another link. I believe it was either manage this account or it came up somewhere else. And I finally found myself to a screen that allowed me to get to this set of items, and it allowed me to basically manage permissions and literally the roles. So the solution that I'm offering here today is twofold. Number one is if you do click on manage permissions and you're able to get in here, what I would recommend is changing yourself to the primary owner. So for example, I was here and I could actually switch myself to primary owner because I had those privileges. And so getting to the primary owner, then going back and searching for yourself, it did pop. So that's solution number one. But ultimately, the best solution is to give yourself or that permission temporarily, but you want to give the owner of the business the primary owner functions ultimately. So after you can see it, then downgrade yourself to maybe owner or manager, and then make sure the owner of the business actually has the primary owner function. So that's something just to note. Also, what I did find very interestingly is the fact that it's a brand account. And so this must be another set of phrases or terms within Google My Business and within the Google empire. Do note that sometimes when they have these different types of functions and different types of accounts, they do have different issues going on in the back end. And this is what I do purport, which is this mammoth size organization does not always communicate within the organization. So sometimes you have to actually go in to talk to customer service in some way, if you can ever get a hold of anybody in some outsourced department or some way of actually finding them. But ultimately, you have to pound away and then do your best to make sense of things. But I found today, at least, a way to solve this problem, and that is just kind of manipulating the permissions if you're able to access them. So that is the solution here today in trying to figure out how to view a Google My Business when it doesn't show up, despite the fact that an invitation actually allows you or supposedly allows you to access the account. So now we do search for it within the account, and you can see or did see that we have access to it. So hopefully this helps. Again, this is a video from Brandon at Seattle Organic SEO and the Win I Lead Properties. Hopefully this helped. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any digital marketing needs. We are here always to help make sure that you get as much from the internet as possible. All right, have a nice day.